Okay, I'm ready. Are y'all ready? I guess I'll keep missing seats, but I know where those seats are.
You should get yourself.
Let it rain and thunder, let a million firms go under. I am not concerned with stocks and bonds that I've been burned with. I love you and you love me, and that's how it's supposed to be, and nothing else would ever be the same. Who cares what the public chatters? Love's the only thing that matters. Who cares if the sun cares to fall in the sea? Who cares what banks fail and yonkers? Long as you've got a kiss that conquers. Why should I care? Life is one long jubilee, so long as I care for you and you care for me. Jim Nichols, who cares if the sun cares to fall in the sea? Who cares how this story rates me? Long as your kiss intoxicates me. Why should I care? Life is one long jubilee, so long as I care for you and you care for me. Who cares? Thank you. Welcome back. Hope you're having as much fun as I am. Great. Once again, my wonderful sideman, Mr. Jim Nichols on bass and guitar, working hard. Curt Moore on drums, he's working hard too. That first tune is an optimistic tune by George and Ira Gershwin, and it's from the 1932 Broadway musical of Thee I Sing, which was the first musical to win a Pulitzer Prize for the librettist, but not the composer. George got the honor on his centennial of his birth posthumously. I mean, that's nice, but what can you say? Anyway, Oscar-winning composer Marvin Hamlisch, the guy that wrote The Way We Were and wrote all the music for Chorus Line, was a guest on a local TV show in the 70s. I'm saying, this is pretty funny. And the host wanted to invite Marvin's mom. And since she'd never been on TV before, he said, I'll ask her an easy question. He turned to her and said, so Mrs. Hamlisch, who's your favorite composer? She looked at her son adoringly and smiled and turned back to the host and said, George Gershwin. George's birthday was 2 days ago, so I'm gonna do a couple more Gershwin tunes. And I sang this song to my husband John at our wedding reception 37 years ago. It was introduced in the 1928 Broadway musical Rosalie. And Audrey Hepburn also sang it in her fourth American film, Funny Face. I didn't sing the verse because the verse is a little hey baby. But I guess weddings are kind of hey baby. So I guess I gotta sing the verse. I'll do this by myself today. Just chill. Neath the stars at bazaars, often I've had to caress men. $5 or $10 then I'd collect from all those yes men. Don't be sad, I must add that they meant no more than chessmen. Darling, can't you see? 'Twas for charity. Though these lips had made slips, it was never really serious. Who'd have thought I'd be brought to a state that's so delirious? I could cry salty tears. Where have I been all these years? Little while, tell me now, how long has this been going on? There were chills up my spine and some thrills I can't define. Listen, sweet, I repeat, how long has this been going on? Oh, I feel like I could melt into heaven. I'm hurled. I know how Columbus felt, finding another world. Kiss me once, then once more. What a dunce I was before. What a break, for heaven's sake. Has this been going on? Dear, into your arms I creep, that divine rendezvous. Don't wake me if I'm asleep. Let me dream that it's true. While we sing and how I buzz, you click like no one does. Heads may roll, but bless my soul, how long has this been going on? How long has this been going on? Has said, whenever you screw up when you're playing, keep going, and sometimes they won't notice. I screwed up, but I kept going. Did you notice? Oh, good, okay, that worked. This was introduced in 1924, the Broadway musical Lady Be Good by Fred and Adele Astaire. They were a brother-sister act in the 20s on Broadway. And then Adele, I think she was the first American to marry some fancy schmancy count or somebody, like, I don't remember exactly who he was. And so the act broke up. And Jim was reminding me of Fred's screen test at MGM when they said, kind of balding, can't act, sings a little, dances a little. Yeah. So he and Adele introduced the song along with Cliff Edwards, who was known as Ukulele Ike, and you might not know either of those names, but he was the voice of Jiminy Cricket in Pinocchio. There you go. It's amazing what you learn. I was going to say in bars, because that's where I usually share this information. Got a little rhythm, a rhythm, a rhythm that pitter pats through my brain. So darn persistent, the day isn't distant when it'll drive me insane. Comes in the morning without any warning and hangs around me all day. I'll have to sneak up to it someday and speak up to it. I hope it listens when I say 1, 2, 3, 4. Fascinating rhythm, beyond the book. Fascinating rhythm, I'm on the groove. What a mess you make of, the neighbors wanna know why I'm always shaking just like a flivver. Each morning I get up with the sun, start a hopping, never stopping. Find at night no work has been done. I know that once it didn't matter, if you do it wrong, you start to pattern. I'm so unhappy. Won't you take the day off, decide to run away somewhere far away off and make it snappy? Oh, how I long to be the girl I used to be. Fascinating rhythm, oh, won't you stop thinking of me? Jim Nichols. Yeah. Fascinating rhythm. You got me on the go. Fascinating rhythm. What a mess you made. What the neighbors want to know. Fascinating rhythm. Each morning I get up with the sun to find at night the work has been done. I know that it didn't matter, but now you're doing wrong when you start to patter. I'm so unhappy. Won't you take the day off? Decide to run away somewhere far away. Make it snappy. Oh, how I long to be the girl I used to be. Fascinating rhythm. Fascinating rhythm. Fascinating rhythm. Stop picking on me. Thank you. No one got me. It's so quiet. George composed Porgy and Bess in 1934 with a libretto written by DuBose Hayward and Ira Gershwin from Hayward's novel Porgy. It was first performed in New York City in 1935 and featured an entire cast of classically trained African American singers, a daring choice at the time. After suffering from an initially unpopular public reception due in part to its racially charged theme, it eventually became one of the best known, beloved, and most frequently performed operas. So, okay, you can lay it down. It won't be too fast. So. It ain't necessarily so. It ain't necessarily so. The things that you're liable to read in the Bible, it ain't necessarily so. David was small, but oh my. David was small, but oh my. He fought big Goliath, who lay down and died. Though David was small, but oh my. To get into heaven, don't snap for a seven. Live clean, don't have no faults. Oh, I take the gospel whenever it's possible, but with a grain of salt. Jonah, he lived in a whale. Jonah, he lived in a whale. He made his home in that fish's abdomen. And Jonah, he lived in a whale. Moses was found in a stream. Moses was found in a stream. He floated on water to both Pharaoh's daughter. She fished him, she says, from that stream. To get into heaven, don't snap for a seven. Live clean, don't have the fault. Oh, I take the gospel whenever it's possible, but with a grain of salt. Methuselah lived 900 years. Methuselah lived 900 years. But who calls that living when no gallow given to no man? What's 900 years? It ain't necessarily so. It ain't necessarily so. They tell all the children the devil's a villain, but tain't necessarily so. I'm preaching this sermon to show it ain't necessarily so. Following Porgy and Bess, George moved to Hollywood and he wrote 2 complete film scores for Fred Astaire, A Damsel in Distress, which starred Joan Fontaine. She wasn't a dancer, that's why she was distressed. She had to dance backwards, oh my gosh, in heels. And Shall We Dance, which is a great Gershwin musical. Fred and Ginger introduced this dandy love song from Shall We Dance, and then did a dance on roller skates. And I'll sing the verse. I consider myself a verse junkie. A verse is the part of the song that comes before the chorus. It comes after the intro, before the chorus. And it's the thing that when you play it and then you sing the chorus, everybody goes, oh, because they didn't know what the verse was. Things have come to a pretty pass. Our romance is growing flat. Cause you like this and the other, while I go for this and that. Goodness knows what the end will be. Oh, I don't know where I'm at. It's plain to see we two will never be one. Something must be done. You say either and I say either. You say neither and I say neither. Either, neither. Let's call the whole thing off. You say tomato and I say tomato. You eat potato and I eat potato. Potato, tomato, potato. Let's call the whole thing off. But oh, if we call the whole thing off, then we must part. And oh, if we ever part, then that might break my heart. So if you wear pajamas, I'll wear pajamas. I'll wear pajamas and give up pajamas. For we know we need each other, so we better call the calling off. Let's call the whole thing off. You say after and I say after. You say laughter, I say laughter. After, laughter. Let's call the whole thing off. You say Havana and I say Havana. You eat banana and I eat banana. Havana, banana. Let's call the whole thing off. But oh, if we call the whole thing off, we have to part. And oh, if we have to part, then that might break my heart. So if you say oysters and I say oysters, I'll eat oysters and give up oysters. For we know we need each other, so we better call the calling off. Let's call the whole thing. Let's call the whole thing. Let's call the whole thing off. Let's call the whole thing off. I read a funny little story about a young woman auditioning for a part in a Gershwin musical, and she sang that song, you say tomato, I say tomato, you say potato, I say potato. And the director said, thank you, Miss Levine. And she said, that's Levine. Yeah, we can do this, okay. solo song. Solo, you can't hear me. This is a story song. A friend of mine made a recording for me of this song years ago. So I'm driving in my car and I'm listening to this song. It comes on. I nearly had an accident. Oh my God, it was great. And I came to find out that it was a big hit for June Christie in 1954 was the title of her solo premiere album, Something Cool. Something cool. I'd like to order something cool. It's so warm here in town and the heat gets me down. Yes, I'd like something cool. My, it's nice to simply sit and rest a while. Now I know it's a shame I can't think of your name. I remember your smile. Don't ordinarily drink with strangers. I usually drink alone. But you were so awfully nice to ask me. And I'm so terribly far from home. Like my dress, I must admit, it's very, very old. But it's simple and neat, and just right for the heat. Save my furs for the cold. A cigarette, I don't smoke them as a rule. But I'll have one, it would be fun. With something cool. Bet you couldn't imagine that I one time had a house, so many rooms I couldn't count them all. And I bet you couldn't imagine I had 15 different beaux who would beg and beg to take me to the ball. And I'll bet you couldn't picture me the time I went to Paris in the fall. Who would think the man I loved was quite so handsome, quite so tall? Well, it's true. It's just a memory I have. When I almost forgot, 'cause the weather's so hot, and I'm feeling so bad about a date. Oh, wait, I'm such a fool. He's just a guy who stopped by me something cool. You're in for a treat. Here comes Jim again. This song was introduced by Audrey Hepburn in the 1961 film Breakfast at Tiffany's, and it almost didn't make it into the movie because one of the head honchos in charge said, "Oh, it's too long." And Audrey said, "If the song goes, I go." Yeah. So the song stayed in. It won an Oscar for its composers Henry Mancini and Johnny Mercer. Wherever you're going, I'm going your way. Two drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. the same rainbows and waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend, Moon River and drifters off to see the world. There's such a lot of world to see. We're after the same rainbows and waiting round the bend, my huckleberry friend. Don't you feel like smoking a cigarette after that?
I will.
This is a tune by John Lennon and Paul
Jazz
McCartney.
guitar players never use capos, but here I go. This is an E flat. It's too much of a pain in the hand to play it in E flat with no capo. Anyway, you guitar players out there know what I'm talking about.
When Jim is not playing guitar, he is, you can't say you're a handyman extraordinaire, he's like
I'm
a
not very handy,
contractor. He's doing all, he does plumbing, electrical, construction, fixes
But-
cars.
Yeah,
Do
but
you
just
cook?
for people, all the neighbors, if the neighbors know you can fix stuff, they want you to come to their house and have a glass of lemonade.
Yeah, Ron. My nephew is a tech guy, all the neighbors, Ron, can you come over? I do that too, Ron. Ron, can you record my concert for me?
My cell phone's acting up.
Okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
So kind of not too fast.
Correct, please.
So about how fast?
Half fast. Yeah, that's good. Knows how long I've loved you. You know I love you still. Will I wait a lonely lifetime? If you want me to, I will. And if at last I find you, a song will fill the air. Sing it loud so I can hear you, 'cause you always know I will. Love you forever and forever. Love you with all my heart. Love you whenever we're together. Love you when we're apart. When at last I find you, your song will fill the air. Sing it loud so I can hear you.
Curt didn't even know we were gonna do that. He just like jumped right on it. It was perfect.
Yeah, it was great. Again, spoken never single. Well, we're starting to wind down the evening. Yeah. I've had a really wonderful time. It's been almost a year since I did this the last time, and this is just great. I don't get nervous anymore. I just get excited and sweat. But working with Jim.
Stick to your teeth.
And yeah, that's true. I'm doing Stephen Colbert, doing Eric Trump. Anyway, it's such an honor to work with these wonderful guys. Jim and Curt, thank you so much. And we worked together for 30 years, and it's always so much fun. And thank you for being such a great and wonderful and receptive audience. And thank you for supporting the YMCA. And thank you to Diana James Carnes and Barbara Newman and Carla Sillen for helping me do all this and organize. And thanks for all the gals that brought in cookies and stuff. And I'm just beholden to you. Thank you so much. And anyway, moving on. This we're gonna end our set with 2 Cole Porter tunes. This was introduced by 28-year-old Jimmy Stewart in the 1936 MGM musical Born to Dance. He sang this to the lovely Eleanor Powell. Oh, it's easy to love. So easy to idolize all others about. So worth the yearning for. So swell to keep every home fire burning for. We'd be so grand at the game, so carefree together that it does seem a shame that you can't see your future with me, 'cause you'd be so easy to love. Together that it does seem a shame that you can't see your future with me, 'cause you'd be so easy, so easy, so easy to love. Done this one because it's at 9 o'clock. Well, it's almost 9 o'clock. Anyway, this last tune was introduced by Ethel Merman in the 1934 Broadway production of Anything Goes. That's how I feel about. I'm so lucky. I mean, I get to do this and it makes me so happy. I got to support myself doing this for a living. It's great. I get to work with wonderful musicians like this and wonderful people listening to us and giving us your fabulous energy, which, you know, you give to us, we give to you, and it's nice. I like it. It's a mutual admiration society. At words poetic, I'm so pathetic that I often have found it best, instead of getting them off my chest, to let them rest unexpressed. I parading my serenading as I'll probably miss a bar. But if this ditty is not so pretty, at least it'll tell you how great you are. You're the top, you're the Coliseum, you're the top, you're the Louvre Museum. You're a melody from a symphony by Strauss. You're a bando bonnet, a Shakespeare sonnet, you're Mickey Mouse. You're the Nile, you're the Tower of Pisa, you're the smile on the Mona Lisa. I'm a worthless junk, a total wreck, a flop. But if, baby, I'm the bottom, you're the top. You're the top. You're Mahatma Gandhi. You're the top. You're Napoleon Brandy. You're the purple light of a summer night in Spain. You're the National Gallery, your Garbo's salary, your cellophane. You're sublime. You're a turkey dinner. You're the time of the Derby winner. I'm a toy balloon that is fated soon to pop. But if, baby, I'm the bottom, you're the top. You're the top. You're an arrow collar. You're the top. You're a Coolidge dollar. You're the nimble tread on the feet of Fred Astaire. You're an O'Neill drama. You're Whistler's Bobby. You're Camembert. You're a Rose. You're Inferno's Dante. You're the nose on the Great American. I'm just in the way, as the French would say, to drop. But if, baby, I'm the bottom, baby, if I'm the bottom, baby, if I'm the bottom, you're the top. Oh, you're the top. One more. I'd like to end with an optimistic song about beauty and kindness.
All right.
It's kind of in small supply these days.
Beauty and kindness.
Kindness and beauty. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, bright blessed day, dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, and I watch them grow. They'll learn so much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Yeah.
think to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh,